and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Rachel King. I'm a designer. I've worked in the fashion industry for several decades. Right now, I run my own small online business and I spend the rest of my time making my own clothes. So my channel is all about clothes, making clothes, sewing, finding fabrics and inspiration in general. So this week, last week I talked about denim. I did the denim edit, which you may or may not have seen, because we're at that sort of transitional point, end of August, beginning of September. It's August as I film this, but it'll be September when you watch it. So I've picked another, I think, transitional item that you might have in your wardrobe, or you might want to make to go into your wardrobe, and that is the classic shirt. So my criteria was button through with a collar. So I've picked 10 and they're all different, they're all variations. So these are my sort of top 10 favourite shirt patterns. So before we begin, what I should also add is that when I worked as a designer, and I worked in design studios in London for my whole career, and I worked at the very, very commercial end, real sort of volume production for high street stores. And I designed a lot of shirts and a lot of blouses, so this is really my area. I think that's probably the one area I designed most of during my career. Anyway, let's go. So the first shirt is from NMe Patterns. NMe Patterns are quite new to me, actually. I'm going to read a little bit about them to you because I didn't know this, and it was created by Mimi G. And it's a new brand, and it gives makers an opportunity to put their designs in front of people. So for instance, the one that I'm looking at right now is an oversized shirt, and it's by Beauté J'adore. So she's the designer of this particular garment for NMe. So quite interesting. Google them. It's worth having a look. Some quite interesting designs. So this particular style, I love it. It's oversized, it's exaggerated, it's got the drop shoulder, it's got double cuffs, it's got a large breast pocket, it's got shirt tails that are sort of oversized. Again, the back is longer than the front. Classic button through, back yoke, and a box pleat at the centre back. A really easy piece, tucked in, or could be used as a layering piece. I mean, you could even wear it as an overshirt over swimwear, or something sort of fairly minimal when you're on holiday. I particularly like it. Its paper sizes 8 to 16 and 18 to 26. Moving on to the Libby Shirt from Sew Over It. Really sweet, really neat little shape with this revere collar, and it's also got a half stand in the back of the collar, which makes it fit nicely. It's got this cuffed sleeve hem, and it's got a really interesting back yoke detail with a little bit of gauging on it as well, and that is available in a UK 8 to 20. Next, another, well, it's actually cap sleeve, the assembly line cap sleeve shirt, PDF for sizes extra small to large, or extra large to 3 times extra large. The one that I'm showing you here, I just need to get this up on my laptop in front of me so I can make sense. It's got a stand collar, but the assembly line are really clever, and they have, if you bought their patterns, you know they have these extension packs. So you can buy as is, very simple with your stand collar, or you can buy the collar extension pack. So you've got you can see on the graphic I've got here, an exaggerated shirt collar, a wing collar, a lovely Peter Pan collar, or a sort of wrap over stand collar, which is a variation on the collar on the existing shirt. Really nice, really easy shape, great in a print, in a crisp cotton, plain, stripes, checks, ginghams, you name it. I think it's a great shape. Number 4 from the Maker's Atelier, this very simple long sleeve boxy revere collar shirt, button through. You can wear it loose, layered, you could wear it tucked in. I like the idea of it in a sort of a crisp poplin, but it could also look more blousy in a sort of silk crepe de chine. Nice here in these wide stripes in shades of blue in the picture. And I really like the deep hem and the deep cuff hem as well. Really nice little shape. Next one is a little bit different. It is from Puff and Pencil, and it's sleeveless, so it'd be a great sort of under jacket piece, good layering piece. Simple shirt collar, and it's got 3 buttons at the centre front, and it's designed, it's edge to edge. You've got buttons and rouleau loops, very simple. It's only got bust darts, it's got side splits. I think you could probably change up the buttons and the loops for ties, and you could also add a few more down the front if you want to be a bit more modest about it. But I thought that was a particularly nice shape and a bit 90s, as quite a lot of Puff and Pencil designs are a little bit 90s. I really like that one. And so I shouldn't forget, and it is available in extra small to extra large, which works out at approximately a UK size 6 to a UK size 24. Okay. Another one from the assembly line, and it's another oversized shirt, slightly simpler pared down version than the first one I showed you from NMe. It's got the drop shoulder again and a back yoke and an inverted centre back pleat, I believe, and it has brilliantly got side pockets. And I do love side pockets. So in this picture, it's made in a cotton shirting like a poplin or similar, but you could make it in something a bit heavier. I think it'd be nice in a fine needle cord going into autumn, winter. I think that would be a really versatile piece in your wardrobe. Yeah, so oversized, drop shoulders, side pockets, centre back pleat, button cuffs, and the centre front is buttoned through. Now also, because it's from the assembly line, and I haven't put it on here, but they've got a collar extension pack in the same way that they had for the cap sleeve shirt, and the options include the long pointed shirt collar, which is a more exaggerated version of the one that's on this actual style, the original style, a wing collar again, a Peter Pan collar, and a simple stand collar. So, you know, for an oversized shirt, buy the collar extension pack and think of the variations that you could make. Okay, this next one is from Trend Patterns, and it's the box pleat shirt, and it's absolutely lovely. So it's got these really wide box pleats, and it gives you an impression of quite a straight silhouette, and they're hand stitched down up until where you get to the waist, and they're not, so you've got a little bit of flare. It's also got a centre back inverted pleat. It's got a set-in sleeve rather than the drop sleeves that we were looking at, so it's a bit neater and slightly more fitted. It's got a very simple stand collar, quite a fitted cuff, and then a bound placket. So after doing all those pleats, it'd probably be a relief just to do a bound placket and not one of those, a proper one. And I've forgotten the name for it anyway, but you know what I mean. Okay, moving on to number 8. This is really interesting. This is a little bit different. Some of you may have come across this before, but I hadn't, and I think it's a brilliant idea. It's the Grey Friars and Grace shirt to Stockbridge top, and basically this pattern allows you to adapt an existing shirt, and it gives you options to convert it so it's got a different collar and cuffs and other details, but without buying the actual pattern PDF. I can't tell you everything, but you can see the pictures here. This shirt has been made from a basic button through blouse, and the beauty of it is that you can, so for the centre front, you can use the existing buttons and buttonholes, because I know unless you've got a really swish machine, it's quite difficult sometimes to get a really good finish on doing buttonholes on a domestic machine, and it's a little bit of a bugbear of mine. And I actually, when I make things, I have got a professional mender near me, and they've got proper buttonholing machine, so I do everything, but I get them to do my buttonholes for me, and I mark them really carefully, and you just get a better finish. You know what it's like if you make something and you're not quite happy with a detail, and it will just bug you even though nobody else will notice it perhaps, although buttonholes I think are quite a biggie. Anyway, so I thought that was really interesting. So it's got this lovely stand collar and this pleated trim, these beautiful deep cuffs, but there are many variations within this sort of project pack that they give you, and that's completely new to me. Do let me know if anybody out there, if you've done this, because I just think it's a great idea, and you could use something you've already got, or you could thrift something and convert it. Great idea. Okay, number 9. So from Stylark, I have chosen the Clayton woven shirt pack, and if you want to make a couple of shirts, this has got to be the ultimate pattern stroke pack, because it has so many variations, and I have to look down at my notes because there are so many variations I cannot remember. So it's a PDF, or you can have it printed, and its size is 40 to 30. So just start with, in terms of the body shape, you've got a relaxed or you've got a classic fit, and then you have 4 sleeves, 2 regular lengths, but they've got 2 different cuffs, and then you've got an elbow length and a 3/4 length. You've got 6 collars. You can see all the variations here actually, and you've also got 2 pockets and a roll-up tab. So if you want to do this sort of roll-up detail, you can, and I'm just going to get it on my computer screen so I can talk in more detail. Yes, I've got it here. So you've got 2 different collar variations. You've got the long pointed and the slightly shaped. You've got a stand collar, you've got a bow collar, and you've got a frill collar. You've got a pocket with a pocket flap, and you've got a classic oversized square pocket as well. And then you've got different, you can either have a bound cuff opening, or you can have a proper placket, which I'll call it a proper placket because I can't remember the proper name for it. Sorry, it's rubbish of me. Yeah, so many variations there really, in terms of the body fit and the collars and the cuffs and the sleeve lengths. That's quite a good investment, that pattern. And finally, I'm ending with a pattern from Liberty, which I absolutely love. It's the KAG Cowboy Shirt. Now, it's actually a unisex pattern, interestingly, and it has 6 sizes, which go from a 34 to 36 chest bust, or 54, 56 chest bust. And it's got a couple of different variations you can see here. So you can have the front pocket detailing, or they've got this option to do a completely contrasting shaped yoke, which I absolutely love. I think that's my favourite variation, and of course it would look amazing in Liberty print. I thought you could like mix and match Liberty prints, or you could do plain and print together. Yeah, so that's my take on my top 10 shirts, which I hope you found interesting. I have got some really nice fabric that I got when I went to Goldhawk Road, some really nice shirting fabric. So I'm gonna make an oversized shirt, and maybe the sew over it Revere shirt, the sort of slightly smaller, neater one with short sleeves. I think they'd be quite useful going forward into the winter. So hopefully I'll have time to make them in the next few weeks. So anyway, please do give me your comments. Are there any shirt patterns you particularly love? Have you made any of the ones that I've talked about, and how did they turn out? Do let me know, and I look forward to hearing your comments. Please like, subscribe and share. And also at the top of my description you can click on a link so you can sign up for my forthcoming newsletter email that I'm working on at the moment. So I will be back next week. I'll see you then. Bye bye.